Hello everyone, in this video what we're going to see is how to create responsive menu. This is the advanced responsive menu. What do I mean by that? As you can see, the some content, some links are in the left aligned, some links are centrally aligned, some links are right aligned. This is what we are going to see right now. This is a little tricky one, and we will be also knowing some of the tricks. As you can see, this is responsive in mobile as well. Now it is in mobile, you can see the links are one below the other, whereas in desktop you can see the menu are left aligned, right aligned and centrally aligned. In this video we are going to see how to float menus and how to use media queries for mobile as well as for desktop. Let me show you how do we create it. Let me show you first we don't need JavaScript here. Let me show you the plain HTML. What does the plain HTML consist of? The plain HTML consists of one container. The container is called the menu. This container menu holds all the links. Inside the link we have two links. This is the default service and client. And inside a container we have one child div which is the top center. This top center has the menu as the link home, and the other child which is the top right which holds the link search. When I show you here, this is simply the links. This home is inside a class called top center, whereas this search is inside a div called top right. Let me remove the CSS and show you from scratch. Refresh it. This is the plain HTML. Let me zoom in for you a little bit. This is a plain HTML. Now we are going to convert it to CSS. Choose the container. The reason for choosing containers, I am going to give background color black to it, and that's fine. Since we are going to use float, it is advised to give the parent as overflow hidden, or overflow hidden is also advisable. Now go for the link which is inside the menu. The menu is a container and the anchor tag is inside the container menu. Give the float left, so every menu is floated left. Now it's time to change the color of the menu, which is white. Make it white, and let's give the padding to it as 10 pixel, top, bottom, left, right. Fine. Remove the text decoration as well. Text decoration in the sense I am going to remove the underline. Text decoration none. That's it. Now what we are going to do is I am going to call the search which is inside the class called top right. Choose a class top right, and inside the top right we have a anchor tag and float it to right. Not anchor tag, will float the whole class. That's it. And now it's time for the center. Now it's time for the top center. How do we are going to make it? Top center float none. Choose a class top center. Float none. Refresh it, you will see the difference. No difference. That's nice. We are going to use the position property to center the menu. How do I do that? I'm going to use the position absolute. When I say I'm going to use position absolute, it is advised to give the container position relative. Whenever I'm going to use position absolute to the child, I am advised to use position relative to the container. That's what I did. Now I'm going to align top 50 percentage and the left 50 percentage. Refresh it. Now it's time to use the translate. Transform colon translate x-axis minus 50 percentage and y-axis minus 50 percentage. Fine. This is how we align the content in the center by using the position and translate. Please note this would be very useful whenever you need to align the content in the center. You are advised to use this style, position as well as translate. Okay, let's give some effect to the anchor tag. When I hover, I want the anchor tag to change the background color to green. Fine. And then what do I need? Refresh it, I'll show you. You can see the hover is too quick. To slow down the hover, I'm going to use the transition property. Transition of 2 second. 2 second would be too much, 1 second would be nice. Refresh it. So getting the delay of 1 second. That's fine. This is all for the desktop part. Now I'll save it somewhere here. Now I'll refresh it. Refresh again. I think I have not saved it, that's the reason. Okay. Now it's time to style for the mobile part. Choose a class, choose a main class, give the background as black. Fine. Now it's time for the anchor tag to give the display block. Since anchor tag is inline, I'm going to make it display block so that I can get anchor tag on each line. Let's give the padding to it, 10 pixel on top, bottom, left, right, followed by color as white. Refresh it. Text decoration, none. Refresh it. I want to align it in the center with the help of text align center. Fine. Now it's time for the hover. When I hover on the anchor tag, I want the background color to change to green. The transition, the delay should be 1 second. Transition, sorry for that. Transition 1 second. Refresh it. Yeah, it is working. So this is for the mobile. Save it somewhere. Right now we are going to use media query for mobile as well as for desktop. How do I do that? @media screen and max width of 600 pixel. This is for mobile. Max width is for mobile. Min width is for desktop. Min width means 600 and above. Max width means below 600. So this is for mobile. Place it inside. I think I have left out some curly brace. Place it inside the mobile version. Max width. This is for desktop. Place it inside the media query of what do I mean by that? Desktop. Now when I refresh it, you will see it is working fine for the desktop. Let's switch to mobile. Right click, inspect. Yeah, it is working. And I go back to the desktop. Fine. This is what we learned. Thank you for listening.